Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's Wednesday, April 19th, 2017. The big news story this morning, the death of Aaron Hernandez, the former New England Patriot, in his prison cell. Reportedly, he hung himself. What's interesting is today, April 19th, the same day as his death, the Patriots are supposed to travel to Washington, D.C. and meet with Donald Trump to be congratulated for winning Super Bowl 51. Also, just last week, April 14th, it was a news headline that Aaron Hernandez was cleared in the murder of two other men. He was serving a life sentence for the murder of Odin Lloyd, June 17th, 2013. While that was going on, he was charged with other murders. He was just cleared of those last week. Now, 5 days later, suicide in his prison cell. So, let's just begin by reading the opening paragraphs, and then I'm going to show you all that is so suspicious here. CNN. Convicted murderer and former NFL star Aaron Hernandez was found hanged in his Massachusetts prison cell Wednesday morning, officials said, just days after he was acquitted in a separate murder case. That was April 14th. The 27-year-old former New England Patriots tight end hanged himself with a bed sheet attached to a window in his cell at the Sousa Baranowski prison in Shirley, Massachusetts, the Department of Corrections said. His body was discovered at 3:05 a.m. If you're new to my channel, I've been exposing rigged sports, rigged news, propaganda in the media since 2013, and I have shown why the number 35 is so important to Tom Brady, which we'll cover. This 3:05 a.m. time reminds me a lot of 35. Every news story made about Tom Brady, the whole Deflategate thing, it was always about 35. And we'll get to that. Life-saving techniques were attempted on Mr. Hernandez, and he was transported to UMass Leominster, where he was pronounced dead at 4:07 a.m., the Corrections Department statement read. 4:07 is a lot like 47. And remember, the Patriots just won Super Bowl 51, which was the 47th Super Bowl of the modern era. They actually won it 74 days before today, 74-47. The first Super Bowl season in the 47th season of the NFL. That was the 1966-67 season, won by the Packers over the Chiefs. That was the 47th season of the NFL. And why is 47 so special? It's very important to Freemasonry. There's 47 degrees on the compass. The Freemasons have the 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation for something, like having your first Super Bowl in the 47th season, just like the first March Madness was in the 47th year of the college tournament, just like the first basketball championship was in 47, just like they changed the name of the Stanley Cup in 47, the MLB and NHL created their logo in 47, 47-74. I have nearly 2,300 videos now. If you watch the very first video I put out, I told people to learn this language of Gematria and to pay attention to the numbers 33, 47, 74. I said if you pay attention to those numbers, your eyes are really going to open up to the news. Today, Aaron Hernandez dead at 4:07 a.m., 74 days from the Super Bowl, and today's date numerology, 33. So let's take this apart. We're going to talk about Gematria. The word suicide has Gematria 47, dead from suicide at 4:07 a.m., the same day the Patriots, his former team, are going to the White House. The phrase hangs himself, just by the way, has Gematria 58, like Freemasonry, like Secret Society. Next season will be the Patriots' 58th NFL season. Very possible we'll see them in another Super Bowl, another scripted Super Bowl. Also, let's not forget that Aaron Hernandez passed at age 27, fateful number. A lot of young people in this world, entertainers, die at age 27. So here we go, 3:05 a.m. Tom Brady in Gematria sums to 35, just like prison. And not only does Tom Brady's name sum to 35, Tom Brady was born August 3rd, 1977, a date with 35 numerology. And I have so many videos about Tom Brady and 35. Check it out. If you follow this work the same way I do, when you see a news headline about a man, being found nearly dead at 3:05 a.m. in connection to the Patriots, you start to go, that doesn't sound like coincidence. Sounds like more news by the numbers. Also, again, found dead at 4:07, suicide 47, Odin Lloyd 47. And real quick, bear with me, I want to pull something up for you here in regards to the Patriots going to the White House today. You need to know about 47 in the presidency. Ohio, I got to do a little search here to make sure I pull it up. See if that gets it. There we go. All right. So, Washington, D.C., the land of the president. President has Gematria 47, like authority, like White House, like government, like the name Trump, like the word agent. In Kabbalah, Washington, D.C., using the Kabbalah ciphers, also has Gematria 47. Again, 47 degrees on the Freemason compass. The circle at the top to the Freemasons is known as the pole star, which represents the North Star. And you know what? I better show you something about this word pole star, because we're going to talk about two numbers that are relevant to it. Pole star has the Gematria 47. The 47th problem of Euclid is about how to establish foundation using the pole star, which is the North Star. Remember the Gematria of 106.2? We're going to come back to that. But anyhow, traveling to D.C. today. I guess one more thing I should show you about D.C. The streets of D.C. The whole city was designed by a Freemason from France. And he brought the streets to a 47-degree point, just like the compass, which points right at the White House. The streets have a 47-degree angle that point at the White House with all this 47 coded in the language. By the way, the Freemason who built Washington, D.C. is from France, another nation with the red, white, and blue. France 47. All right, so Aaron Hernandez found dead at 4:07, or pronounced dead at that time from suicide. He's in prison for murdering Odin Lloyd. Odin Lloyd Gematria 47. I have older videos on the Aaron Hernandez story by the numbers when this was going on, back when I first started my work. I wasn't as good at Gematria then, but I was showing how the headlines were being rolled out by the numbers. I understood enough back then. So anyway, today's date, April 19th, 2017. Date was 60 numerology, the name of the prison he died at, Sousa Baranowski, which reminds us something of, Rob Gronkowski, one of the star players for the Patriots. It's also a date with a life lesson number of 33, Massachusetts 33, 33 number of sacrifice, often coming together with 74. Patriots visiting the White House, 74 days after the Super Bowl on the date with 33 numerology. Here's the Gematria of the prison, Sousa Baranowski. The name of the prison also has Gematria of 93, and it's in Shirley, Massachusetts. Shirley also has the Gematria of 93. In Super Bowl 51, the Patriots ran 93 plays. I showed at the beginning of the season why the Patriots would likely win the Super Bowl. Before the season began, there was a strong narrative that the Colts could be in the Super Bowl and win it. But I said if it wasn't the Colts, it would be the Patriots. And a lot of people are hating on me because of what I said about the Colts. But I said from the beginning, if I'm wrong about the Colts, it'll be the Patriots this year. And, early in the season, I showed the Saturn rituals that the Patriots were getting. Saturn is represented by the number 93. Just search Zachary K. Hubbard, Patriots, Saturn ritual. Videos are going to pop up. I was talking about 93 in the Patriots this year. Long before they had 93 plays in the Super Bowl to win it. And long before this news about Aaron Hernandez, dying seemingly by the numbers in this prison with the 93 Gematria. So again, you follow my work. It's just all part of an ongoing, unfolding narrative by the same recurring numbers. The Super Bowl was February 5th, 2/5. Remember I said before the Super Bowl was played, it was all about 25. I said Tom Brady would be getting his 25th playoff win. The AFC would be winning its 25th Super Bowl. And they did just that, even coming back from a record 25-point deficit. They were down 28-3, remember? Lady Gaga, what's her birthday? March 28th, 28/3. She performs at halftime. The next thing you know, the Patriots are coming back from 28-3. The day Tom Brady came back. Do you remember the day Tom Brady came back? The day Tom Brady came back, the Patriots played Cleveland. He came back from his suspension, right? That night, the Simpsons cartoon was about the Patriots and Tom Brady. It was called The Town. And, you know, that episode was season 28, episode 3 of The Simpsons. The episode about the Patriots that was synced up perfectly with the Super Bowl, where the Patriots came back from 28-3. You know, Lady Gaga, 28/3 birthday, season 28, episode 3 of The Simpsons, the day Tom Brady comes back from the Deflategate suspension, you know, which was connected to the Colts. He played the Colts in that game, the Deflategate game. If you go back and watch my work, I was showing all the clues dropped for the Colts, the year of Super Bowl 49, as well as this year, the year of Super Bowl 51. So many tributes to the Colts, and in both years, the Patriots won. There's a relationship between the Patriots and Colts. Think about Peyton Manning, the face of the Colts, Tom Brady, the face of the Patriots for more than a decade for the NFL. There's some deeper relationship, and those are the things that we still need to fully uncover. The places where I make mistakes is because we don't know the full code yet. I'm just showing you everything I know, which is quite a bit, but there's always more. Real quick about the, I just want to show you this. Springfield and Gematria, the town of the Simpsons, has Gematria of 119. That episode also came out 119 days before the Super Bowl was played. Remember, this is a very special number, 119. All-Seeing Eye, 119. Star of David, 119. Master Plan, 119. The word suicide even has Gematria of 119. And I'm thinking about that, you know, in light of the ongoing Patriots rituals. Suicide at 407, you know. So here we are 74 days later, Masonic 74, Occult 74, Killing 74, very special number. Just days ago, April 14th, I put this up on my blog. If you follow my blog, I said, here's why Aaron Hernandez is being found not guilty today. This is all planned. It's all part of a ongoing, you know, theatrical production. I don't know if Aaron Hernandez really murdered people, but what I do know is the trials and what's been on TV has all been staged by the numbers, from the beginning up to the present. And just think about it. On April 14th, we get an Aaron Hernandez headline out of nowhere, just 5 days before he commits suicide. This was just to put Aaron Hernandez back in front of our face, to remind us that he's out there. I mean, we live in the United States of America where we're bombarded with information every day. Who can remember anything past Monday? United States of Amnesia. We don't call it that for no reason. But anyway, April 14th, 14/4, Aaron Hernandez, 144. The word killer in Jewish Gematria is 144, just like the word time. Time's a killer. 5 days before his death, you know, the reminder. 14/4. So, April 19th, the day he's dead. The 109th day of the year. 109 is the 29th prime number. Football 29, football player, you know. Fitting day for the White House to congratulate the football winning team, you see. The date he killed Odin Lloyd also reportedly was June 17th, 2013. Fateful day in history. Rodney King dead on that date. Charleston Church shooting on that date. They love to use this date, June 17th. Anyway, that was a date with 29 numerology. Aaron Hernandez, his birthday is November 6th. He turned 27 November 6th, 2016. That was actually a date with 33 numerology that he turned 27. Remember, 27 is 3 cubed. 3 to the third power, so 27 sort of has that relationship with 33. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Remember that from math class, what cube looks like? You write a 3, and then, you know, the little exponent to the third power. From his birthday, his 27th, to his death, is 165 days. Scottish Rite equals 165. It's also 23 weeks and 4 days. And I was looking at his name, Gematria. We talked about the 144 using the alphabetic order. Reverse ordinal is 234. 23 weeks and 4 days. Also, in reduction and reverse reduction, his name's 72. The reflection at 27. Dead at 27. He wore the number 81. You know, I call that the ritual number. The word ritual has gematria of 81 as well as 27. And, you know, with the 45, you know, why not? One more little detail. New England has the gematria of 45. Aaron Hernandez. He was from Connecticut. He was from Bristol. His date of birth, born November 6th, 1989. A lot of interesting numbers there. He even has 35 birth numerology. The 106 stands out because Tom Brady, his upcoming birthday, his 40th, will be 106 days from the date of Aaron Hernandez's death. Number of prophecy, destruction. We talked about how it connects to the pole star, which is very important to Freemasonry. Remember, the word football equals 83. Tom Brady born on 8/3. Peyton Manning was born on the 83rd day of the year. They said 1983 was the best quarterback draft class of all time. Football 83. From today's news to the upcoming start of the 98th season of the NFL, that'll be the next season with the Super Bowl hosted in Minnesota. From today to the start of that season, which is September 7th, the Patriots will play on that day, is 141 days. Or 4 months and 19 days, kind of like today's date, April 19th, you know. But this 141 is a number that connects to 33. Today's a date with 33 numerology. September 7th, 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 17 is 33. So the NFL season will open on a date with 33 numerology. As for it being the 98th season, look at this. Tom Brady, using the alphabetic order, is 98. Patriots, running the alphabetic order in reverse, is 98. New England Patriots, using reverse reduction, is 98. And understand, these methods right here, when you go to gematrinator.com, this is your foundation. This is how you want to learn gematria with these methods right here. There's so many relationships in this world that are this way. George Washington, 187 English ordinal. Don't overlook the 74 for Masonic. George Washington, a 33rd degree Freemason. Washington, D.C., which is named after him, 187 in reverse ordinal. There's so many things that are this way because they've been purposefully made this way. Just like Tom Brady, 98, 118. Check the Patriots, 98, 118. You know, and don't overlook that 46. Tom Patriot, I didn't mean to write that. Tom Brady, don't overlook that 46. We're going to talk about that as well. But New England Patriots, also just one more 98. And who's the kryptonite for Tom Brady? None other than Eli Manning. Another 98, you know? Aaron Hernandez, his full name is Aaron Joseph Hernandez, spelled just like that. You know, another 98. You see? As for Tom Brady and the Patriots, they also have the gematria of 118. If you go back and if you watch my earliest work, which I put out February of 2016, you know, a full year before Super Bowl 51 was played, I showed how 118 was going to be significant to Super Bowl 51. And I showed how if the Giants and Colts played each other in a rematch of the greatest game ever played, and the Colts won, or perhaps it was if the Giants won, it was one of those two teams, their all-time record against each other would be 11-8. The point is, for all of my haters who try to dismiss my work, if you go back and actually listen to what I was showing and then pay attention to what actually happened, I'm never far off. You know, sometimes my predictions aren't quite right, but the numbers I was talking about, they're always there. So, you know, my haters, they got something to learn. You don't want to be one of my haters. I make all my haters look like fools. 24/7, 365. But one more point. This man's dead in prison, Aaron Hernandez. Prison 46, like Patriots, like Tom Brady, who was out of Michigan, who was the 199th pick of the overall 2000 draft. 199 is the 46th prime number. Watch my Super Bowl 50 video. I predicted Super Bowl 50 way before it happened perfectly, calling what two teams would be there, who would win, who would be the MVP, and why there'd be a Black Panther tribute. Got every single thing right. Even Von Miller is the MVP. Too easy to call in Super Bowl 50 with Peyton Manning and the Broncos. But what I was going to say is Super Bowl 50 was the 46th Super Bowl of the modern era. Remember, it was at Levi's Stadium, which has the Gematria 46. And look at this English ordinal of 154. Denver Broncos won it there. A stadium was built for them. Anyway, if you go back and watch my Super Bowl 50 work, all sorts of players with 199 named Gematria had, signature things happen in that game. These games, these leagues, they're so scripted you don't even know. With regards to 46, the word sacrifice also has Gematria 46. Was Aaron Hernandez really sacrificed today, or is this just the end of the character he's been playing? I don't know. But I will tell you that he's from Connecticut, land of a lot of suspicious activity, home of Yale, Skull and Bones. Connecticut has that Gematria 46. Bristol, where he's from, also has the Gematria 49, just like the name Aaron. And let me see, am I wrong about this? No, I'm not. Super Bowl also has the Gematria 49. Show you something cool about the Colts. You see how Super Bowl also has Gematria of 112? So does Houston, which hosted the Super Bowl. The Colts, their game was scheduled 112 days from the Super Bowl last year. Andrew Luck is from Houston. He played his high school ball in Houston because his father was a member of the Houston Oilers, Oliver Luck. Horseshoe, the symbol of the Colts, has Gematria of 112. Peyton Manning threw 112 touchdown passes to Marvin Harrison while they were on the Colts. There was a serious narrative there for the Colts. Prince died on the 112th day of the year last year, who performed in Super Bowl 41 for the Colts. Jim Irsay bought Prince's guitar in the offseason on the anniversary of Purple Rain. You see the Jim Irsay 41 and 58? Look at Purple Rain, 58. I could go on all day. I'm just letting you know. These numbers, these codes, these rituals are real, but sometimes to see who is going to be the champion, you need a few more layers to understand. Odin Lloyd, who Aaron Hernandez reportedly killed, from his death June 17, 2013 to Aaron Hernandez's death, 1,402 days, 3 years, 10 months and 2 days, 200 weeks and 2 days. What that made me think of is Odin has Gematria 42, and when you add out 42, it sums to 142. Lose that 0, you're right there. Coincidence? Maybe. So, that is the brunt of it. There's always more. These two men that he was acquitted for killing, the two men that he was acquitted, possibly as being charged with their murder, they were killed July 16th, 2012, the day they were murdered. Similar date to June 17th, July 16th, June 17th. But from that date to the date he died, 1,733 days. The date of him being acquitted for those murders was also had 35 numerology, just like the date of the murders. Just another 35. And then 5 days later, 305 in the prison cell. The date of this news, April 14th, that was 97 days before the start of the 98th season. They just won the 97th season of the NFL, the Patriots. As I showed from week 1, Bill Belichick equals 97. 97's the 25th prime number. Again, the Patriots won the 25th AFC Super Bowl on 2/5, coming back from 25 points. Notice Bill Belichick's also 83 like football, But that was 97 days before the start of the 98th season, or a span of 98 days that this Aaron Hernandez news came up. And it was one day after the death of Dan Rooney, the owner of the Steelers, who died on April 13th, the 103rd day of the year. Steelers 103. He died 98 days before the start of the 98th season. The Steelers are going to be in their 85th NFL season upcoming, National Football League 85. He died just before his 85th birthday. He died at age 84, United States of America 84, like Jesuit, like Sunday, like Masonry. Dan Rooney was a Jesuit. 1984, if you never read about it, read the book, came out in 1949. Football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizons of their minds. About a futuristic nation ruled over by screens and tyranny, but the people don't care. They just go along with it. They're satisfied. Again, all this stuff comes back to Freemasonry. Dan Rooney, 42, like Jesuit, like Freemason, like touchdown, like Hail Mary. Think about those two things, touchdown, Hail Mary. Remember last year in the playoffs, 4th and 2 at the 42-yard line right before the half? You got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman saying, Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a Hail Mary here. He's the best in the game at the Hail Mary. How can you be the best in the game at the Hail Mary? There's no such thing. It's throwing a ball up in a prayer that somebody's going to catch it. In the NFL, you know, a Hail Mary should never be completed. These guys are the best in the world unless you got a receiver that's 8 feet tall. Go back and watch that highlight. The Giants don't even try to defend the pass. Just give the Packers a free touchdown before the end. Your football is so fake and rigged. That's why I say don't be surprised if these entire murder stories are a hoax. These athletes are actors. That's why they transition to TV, sitcoms, movies, the news. We've seen O.J. Simpson sit through a fake murder trial before. It wouldn't be nothing new if Aaron Hernandez did it as well. But these Freemasons, they're sick psychopaths. They really do kill. It's hard to say for sure. So anyway, I'll link all this information if you want to go back and read about it. I'm just amazed how, you know, they constantly do stuff like this and people never figure it out. I was aware of how bizarre news was in this world, you know, pretty much all my life, and it took me until I was 30 years old to figure out the numerical code. But it's just stories like this day after day. I mean, a patriot commits suicide the same day they're going to the White House, and then everyone just goes, oh, that's weird, what a coincidence. I guess the average man will say, well, I can just hear people talking around the water cooler. I bet Aaron Hernandez was just so depressed that his team was winning the Super Bowl, and it could have been him, and they're going to the White House today. He probably just wanted to end his life. You know, but that's not what's going on, people. That's not what's going on at all. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.